In the game, if you please, trying to get as much time off the clock as possible. Bedford passes it out, trying to play around to give Jamaica the final shot at goal. Jamaica, 5 seconds left. Can Bedford get this to land?
Bedford to win the game on the back of some smart play, and she does!
Jamaica, Sunshine Girls have drawn a level.
What a match! Jamaica's Sunshine Girls pulled off a stunning 50-49 win over England in Kingston on Monday night to level their 4-match test series at 1 apiece, setting up a winner-takes-all contest tonight starting at 7 local time, 8 ECT, once again live on SportsMax. Well, the match remained intense throughout, with Jamaica racing to a 5-0 lead before England closed the gap to 12-10 by the end of the first quarter. The Sunshine Girls extended their lead to 3 goals at halftime. England matched them in the third quarter, keeping the contest close. In the end, Jamaica's strategic play allowed them to run down the clock and secure the win. Well, England coach Jess Thirlby believes that the Roses paid the price for some early errors.
We made too many errors at the start of the game. Everything we kind of expected from the Sunshine Girls came at us tonight. We obviously were forced into an early change with Helen going off. And we had a really young, inexperienced attacking end that you saw came good as the game went on, but we were chasing, and that's always a hard place to be. As the Sunshine Girls said last weekend, when you're the team that are always on the heels of somebody, it takes it out of you a little bit. We lost too much ball, but really impressed with the way Liv Cheen and Razzie Akwashi came onto the court. And as you say, we drew that third quarter and won the fourth quarter by 2. So an outstanding performance and a huge credit to the Sunshine Girls. In the moments where they needed, they were super smart. And it just took us the whole 60 to kind of find a little bit more of a foothold back in the game.
Sunshine Girls captain and player of the match, Shamira Sterling-Humphrey, praised the performance and poise from her troops.
Super happy because you know what, our fans brought us over the line today, and we are very grateful for that. I think defensively we've won it over England today, and I think we've done our game plan and revisited the games that we lost in England and came back out strong.
Well, England had taken the lead in the series with a 55-47 win in Manchester following a 49-all draw in the opening match. So, Ricardo, I know netball is your thing. Only because you had to sit on the zone with me, you're not doing commentary and working on that. But what a match. You actually missed out. Did you go after work?
No, I watched it on the SportsMax app, and it was thrilling. It was really a great watch, and the team did a fantastic job.
Who did you watch it with?
It was just me.
Okay.
I was actually at tennis, and everybody was like, wait, what are you watching? Football? I'm like, no, the Sunshine Girls are playing. Of course I'm watching that. But it was a terrific performance. It really was a terrific performance. And one of the things that you could see from the very start of that contest was the determination on the part of the Sunshine Girls that this was a game they knew they had to win. Yeah. And this was a game that from the start, the energy was there. And they took a 5-0 lead. But I think coming out of last night's game, there are some concerns. And I think Coach Sasha Gay-Henry will be saying to the girls, listen, we have to clean up some things. One of those is the fact that the Sunshine Girls kept going ahead in each quarter and then allowing England to come back into the contest. And listen, it's not easy. We're talking about high-level sport here. England is a high-quality team, so you expect them to apply pressure. But you think about it, the Sunshine Girls up 5-0 early in the first quarter. That one ended 12-10. They went up as much as by 6 goals in the second quarter, 22-16. The England Roses were able to cut that to 3 at half-time.
Till it came down to 1.
Yeah, at the start of the third quarter, the Sunshine Girls led by as many as 7 goals. And again, England cut that. And at the end of the day, it came down to a 1-goal game. You have to give the Sunshine Girls credit for how well they played in that final quarter. They were able to hold their composure in some really difficult moments. In moments where I think in the past, against a team as good as England, they might have faltered away. So I think you give them a lot of credit for that. I think the crowd helped significantly as well with pushing the Sunshine Girls, the type of energy that they provided. But I think that's one area that Coach Sasha Gay-Henry will be looking at closely coming into the fourth and final match tonight. How does she correct that? Well, first of all, you have to identify what the issue is. Is it an issue of fatigue? Is it an issue of focus? Is it an issue of remaining disciplined? We saw something similar in England, but it was the other way around, where England would take leads, 5 goals, 6 goals, and the Sunshine Girls would pull them back and get back into the contest. But now it is the Sunshine Girls who have to look at that area coming into the fourth and final game tonight.
Yeah, that's a major observation, because even I, looking at the match yesterday, was confused as to why we had such a big lead and then they were just like pulling us back. Now, tonight, Ricardo, is of course the night of all nights, because whoever wins this match takes the series. Jess Thirlby, one of the things when I listen to her press conferences is, you know, she's very specific. She explains exactly where her team went wrong, which shows that she's going to fix those errors, right? Tonight is not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be very difficult based on what we've seen from both teams. What do you think it's going to come down to? I mean, I'm thinking the energy of the crowd, because I'm thinking the fans are right behind the girls and they're pulling them back in. What do you think it comes down to?
Yeah, that's going to be significant, the energy of the crowd and the support that the girls get from the fans inside the National Indoor Sports Centre. But there are some other key areas on the court itself. One of them is Romelda Aiken in that shooting circle. And yes, she has improved tremendously from the first game at the AO Arena. But again, last night, we saw some instances where Romelda got the ball in very good positions and decided not to shoot and pass the ball back out. And the Jamaicans suffered on a few occasions where they lost possession. I think that is something that she cannot continue to do. Once the ball gets into that circle in good position, Romelda has to have the confidence at this stage to shoot. We see Shanice Beckford being able to do that consistently. She has that type of confidence. She was 19 from 23, so she missed 4, but Romelda Aiken has to be able to shoot from what I consider to be relatively, or what I think should be relatively comfortable shooting positions. I'm not talking now where she's way out of position at the edge of the circle or whatever. I'm talking about those occasions where maybe she can take one big step, get closer to the goal and shoot. She has to be able to do that consistently, because what I think will happen tonight, and the England coach spoke about it in the build-up to last night, but I think they did not come prepared for the type of energy that the Sunshine Girls brought.
But I thought they would, you know, because I heard her talking about it. Yeah,
so what they were missing, I think, was that all-court defense from the get-go that they implemented so well in that second test at the AO Arena, where they were able to stop the Jamaicans from mid-court. They weren't able to do that for a lot of last night, and so the Jamaicans were able to get the ball consistently into the shooting circle. I think that is something that England will correct tonight, and they will make life more difficult from the centre court. So when the ball does get into the shooting area, Romelda Aiken has to be ready to deliver and put those away. Shanice Beckford is going to be key again, because what she does is take a lot of the pressure off Romelda Aiken, because she provides a very good shooting option as well. Khadija Williams, who came back into the team last night, and she was brilliant. She is crucial as well, because her feeds have been fantastic into Romelda Aiken, and you need quality feeds in her. Yes, she is tall, but you have to judge the trajectory of those feeds really well, or else the England defense will eat up a lot of those balls, and the Jamaicans don't want that in a do-or-die contest, because one of the things you definitely want to do is to try and get ahead of the game. You want to get an early lead, because that puts you in a position. Yeah, but you also don't want to have to be coming from behind in a match like this. Not that it's impossible, it's not impossible, but you want to sort of calm the nerves as early as you can in a game that has so much riding on it. But this entire series has been close. I mean, a tie in the first game, yes, the second game was won by, 7 or 8, but for a lot of that match, it was really, really close. And then last night, again, it was really, really close. Last night, the difference maker, in my opinion, was the defense.
Yeah.
The defense finally came to the party. The Sunshine Girls have a lot of quality in defense, from the captain, Shamira Sterling Humphrey. They have Jodie Ann Ward. They have Latanya Wilson. And we've seen, even from the World Cup, where from time to time, you know, they come up with decent performances, but I don't think at any time this year they have been as exceptional as they were last night, and they will need to reproduce that type of performance if the Sunshine Girls are to get the better of England tonight again. Because also don't forget that the strongest England team was not always on the court last night, and they definitely didn't start their strongest team last night. We saw the difference when someone like Lepchin came on at goal shoot, and how brilliant she was, 26 from 27. I expect her, for example, to play more of tonight's game, and that's going to mean a stronger challenge for longer periods for the Sunshine Girls.
Well, the stage is now set for a thrilling conclusion to this series. Will Jamaica's Sunshine Girls build on the momentum to, of course, come out on top? Well, you have to tune in tonight, Tuesday, 7 p.m. If you're in Jamaica, 8 p.m. ECT. You don't want to miss it.